Hi, everybody. Welcome to Midweek, and we are glad that you could join with us this week. Kind of an informational weekend, week that we're going to kind of take you through. Want to reflect back on Envision weekend. That's kind of our time where we were just looking again, kind of holding ourselves accountable. Thanks so much for your feedback. It was very positive. It was helpful for us to hear from you what resonated, what didn't. For me, a ton of highlights. Just the story of a family praying for their family for 48 years. That was incredible. Seeing our global outreach in Cameron, that was amazing. And to have Dr. Eisenhut here, that was so special. Kind of like the timing of God put all those things together. Probably out of all of those, maybe my highlight was Caleb reminding us that this church has raised students, trained students in homes with the church, and like 1/3 of our current student ministry leadership team is people that were raised and discipled in this church. I got to tell you, that's to me a highlight. That absolutely is the sign of a healthy church, and I was like ready to go home after that one. Probably you were too. But we kept going, so it was a great weekend. Glad you joined us. Got a couple of other things coming up. Hey, it's Father's Day. Let me give you a Father's Day verse. I love this verse. Paul is writing to the Thessalonian church, and he was telling them, he says, "For you know that we dealt with you, each of you, as a father deals with his own children." So naturally, like, well, how does a father deal with his own children? These three, in many ways, were kind of my marching orders as a dad. Paul says, number one, we encouraged you. Well, what does it mean to encourage? It means to birth courage. It means to strengthen the wobbly knee. It means to help them find courage when they're facing challenges. Another one, he says, we not only encouraged you, we comforted you. And that's a great one. That means I picked you up when you fell. I cheered you on. I softened the blow. I didn't take the consequences away, but I comforted you. I remember my mom comforted me when I skinned my face, when I wrecked my bike, when I wrecked my motorcycle, when I wrecked I wrecked everything. And she was there comforting me and caring for me. That's what a dad does. The last one, I love this one, urging you. What does it mean to urge? It means to get to their side and press into their ear with words of, "You can finish. You can go farther. This is not too hard for you." I love that. I see that in our church all the time. This is going to be Father's Day weekend, and I hope, dads, you understand just how important and wonderful you are. I could go on forever of the dads I see in our church. I saw one dad a couple weekends ago taking his daughter out on a date, and it was the highlight of her day. I've seen other dads taking trips, investing, teaching things. So it's going to be a great weekend celebrating dads. Dads, we love you. You're doing a great job, and we're cheering for you and praying for you. So this weekend's Father's Day. Also, this weekend is a reminder. This weekend, we're going to be telling you about a business meeting. That's our congregational annual business meeting that happens towards the end of this month. It's the last weekend of this month, 26th, 27th. At the end of each service, 5 minutes, we're going to be having a little business meeting. It's where we vote on our budget. It's where we also vote on all of our committees. And so be sure and get your ballot that weekend. By the way, if you can't be here, we do provide the avenue for you to do absentee voting. So we want you to participate. And I know I've heard it 1,000 times. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's going to pass anyway. Man, can you imagine if everyone thought about it? There'd be one person voting for the budget, and that'd be me. 1 to zip. Now that's going to be hokey. So we need you. Appreciate it. And come join us. This weekend, we're starting a new series. It is out of the book of 2 Thessalonians. It's titled, Living in Light of His Coming. Probably not a day goes by that somebody sends me a note. I have lunch with somebody, and they tell me, "Pastor, it sure feels like the end times. It feels like it's coming quickly." I was reading an article this morning, and they were saying in the article, it's coming quicker than we realize. Well, that's what this book is about. They actually thought that they may have missed the second coming of Christ. And so Paul's writing to them of certain things that are earmarks coming up. And so we're going to look at that. We're going to look at encouraging words for frightened people. They were frightened. Candidly, a lot of our people in our culture are frightened. Truth that protects. Whenever you get towards the end of time, one of the things you're going to get is all kinds of heresy, speculation, and Paul talks about truth that creates a shield for your heart in these kind of crazy speculative times. We're going to talk about a love that supports, like a dad. We're going to talk about prayer that impacts, and then diligence that ultimately transforms. So we're going to be in that series for 5 weeks. It's going to take us close toward the end of July, and we're going to be looking at, again, living in the light of Christ's coming. He is coming back. I guarantee he's coming back. I believe it with all my heart. And yes, I'm kind of in the camp. It feels like the pieces of the puzzle are being put into place, and it's going to be soon. Now, that may simply be my desire, or it may be reality. You come and check it out as we come together. Last thing, baby bottles. We have this ministry, Hope Pregnancy Center in town. We love it. We support it. We handed them out on Mother's Day. We bring all the bottles back on Father's Day. Don't forget them. If you wake up on a Sunday morning, you get here and you think, I forgot it, bring it into the office. But this is the weekend we want to see all those come back. So I hope to see you this weekend. Dads, I'm cheering for you. I love you. I believe in you. You're awesome. And if you can stream with us, being present with us, it's going to be a great weekend as we look to the return of Christ. Have a great day.